Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. This is a team that comes into the game wishing there was more on the line, but the reality is...
Larry, we are down the peninsula from San Francisco as you get a look inside modern Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Miami Dolphins and the San Francisco 49ers. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And brought in here by Flainer. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd down to the offense needing 5 yards. Taylor now off the bootleg. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. Off the bootleg, Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Shum to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on 1st down. Bender. This one complete to Devin Funchess. The numbers from a week ago for Funchess. 5 catches, 130 yards.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards. And not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
Back to throw. Bender firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a 1st quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And he's brought down. You give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's third down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Now let's go. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard.
Now a play fake here on first down. And this one complete right side to Funchess. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you know, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. The Jets out to the early lead. Russell Wilson, a first-quarter touchdown pass in that one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Bender. That is caught at the 7-yard line. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They'll try to run it in to Marshall. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Keith Marshall becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It
certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think they just...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
2nd quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Operating from the gun, Bender. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Devin Funchess with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Now Taylor. Looking for his tight end Fleeter, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
That's good. No. Check, Patrick.
On 1st and 10, Bender. It's caught by Funchess. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Back to throw. Bender. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devin Funchess. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. In 2nd quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. A big play there for the Niners. 57 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he will find his man on the outside. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On third down, Taylor. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team will be featured prominently in those highlights.
Might be a little biased. And Forbath will put this one through, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So a good kick that time, and he's able to redeem himself from the previous miss.
And fortunately for him, he got the chance to do that not long after missing the first time. Sometimes a whole game goes by, and you don't get that chance at all. So you keep it with you till the next time you take the field.
This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Throwing to start the drive. Bender, wide open receiver, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And fights through one man. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Taylor will throw. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The fumble, but they're able to maintain possession. Now it's 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. It's complete. Flater, right side. And oh, he coughed it up. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Taylor. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Now Taylor on 1st down. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now Taylor. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Third and long, it's Taylor. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Forbath will put this one through, and that will knock this down to still a very large 29-point deficit. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Again, it's Hyde. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Let's go!
3rd down, Carlos Hyde. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Jacob Shum now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Ooh, with a juke. And now running right through it. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the second up in Seattle. The Jets out to the early lead. Russell Wilson with 1 touchdown pass thus far.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19.
A final shot before break. Bender. He's got his man on the crossing route. So we've reached halftime here. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the
Leopard.
field.
Leopard.
Let's get off the field.
Detroit. Detroit.
Looking to throw on second down. Bender. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
But that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third.
Leopard. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Set. Over.
From the gun, Bender. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Back down to that Philly. Here we go. Good, good. Good, good.
On first down, Bender. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Detroit. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Set. Green. 39. Over.
To throw on second down, Bender. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Detroit. 3-19. Detroit.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Throwing again. Bender. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. A gain of 4 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now it's Taylor, and he's got room. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they... And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now it's the backup, Tannehill. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Ndamukong Suh. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Jacob Shum now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Looking to throw. Bender. Step. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Solomon Thomas in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Bender, he's going to rifle one deep. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They start the drive with Hyde. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually...
Back now here in Santa Clara. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. He finds an opening past the 40. Lee's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Charles Harris in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Jacob Shum now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. fourth down. Bender. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Reynolds. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. And they get 28 yards on that one. And the Dolphins are going to get a first down. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Let's go! Number 90!
I got two.
Number 90! Pick it up, pick it up! Pick it up!
Switch.
Detroit! Detroit!
Kill.
Play clock winding down.
No, check! Patriot!
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Gun! Detroit!
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing on first down. Bender. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Going to throw right side here. Complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. He dumps it to Hyde. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Niners on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Out to the flat for Hyde. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
This is Marshall. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Marshall. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On third down, that's Marshall, and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Back to throw. Bender. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. They've gone to the 4th up in Seattle, and it was the Jets that came away victorious there. Russell Wilson, good game throwing the ball, over 300 passing yards. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Left side and caught by Flainer. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter down in Arizona. And give that one to the Cardinals. They wind up winners. David Johnson, 2 touchdowns on the ground to help lead the way. Tannehill on first down. Now a desperation throw, deep depth, and that's caught inside the 35. A gain of 39 that time. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Dolphins, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara.